Mrs. Francis D. Cortez.
Present.
Ms. Nikita Santos.
Present.
Ms. Aisha Tunich.
Goodbye. We should reconvene to regular session at 7 p.m. Thank you. Can someone put
Recording
us in a
stopped.
breakout room?
Yes, we're on our way.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we all back? Dr. Fisher, can you just help me understand if we're all back?
It appears that, let me see, everybody was removed from the room, so everyone should be back here.
Okay,
We have a total of 18 folks, yes,
thank you.
yes.
Okay, may I have a motion to return from executive session?
I make a motion to return from executive session. Travis.
Second, please.
Second, Woody.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, great. So, before we get into the presentations, I just want to I want to ask for a note or a vote to change the order of the presentations, as we do not have, because we're virtual, we don't have the junior ROTC presentation of colors, and our student representatives are no longer here. May I have a motion to change that section of the presentations, to remove the junior ROTC presentation of colors and the student representatives report?
Make a motion. Washington.
Second,
Bond.
any discussion?
No.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. So now we'll start with the board president's report, and then we'll go into the superintendent's district updates. I just wanted to, welcome everyone to the second half of our new year. I also wanted to thank, in a very timely manner, thank the custodian, our facilities teams, for doing a wonderful job with this snow removal. They have been out there just as long as our DPW. So our schools are looking good, but it's a lot of snow. So please give them grace. I want to thank everyone here again for your attentiveness and timeliness. And I also wanted to congratulate, and I don't know if they're here tonight, but our board, a recognition of our teachers of the year. I know that they were supposed to be here tonight, and we took it off, but January is also School Board Recognition Month. And I want to thank all of you for your service to the Roselle Public Schools community. As a public servant, this is work that sometimes it isn't compensated, I'll say that, but it's definitely rewarding, because we are in a position to move education in a way that we are improving outcomes for our students when they go beyond Roselle. So I wanted to thank you all for that. We also have the African American History Month resolution on the agenda tonight, and I think it's important to recognize that as we move into next month, which is Black History Month. I just, again, want to thank all our staff, all of our administrators. Looking forward to ending this year strong. And that ends my report. Thank you. Dr. Fisher?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Just wanted to take a moment to very quickly give some board updates tonight. And as Dr. Washington mentioned, this is the School Board Recognition Month. But this month, I just want to continue to let everyone know that we're at the 82nd day of our school year. We are moving along in this 25-26 school year. We certainly want to acknowledge that January marked a very promising start of this 2026 leg of the school year. I feel great about the momentum that we're making. I've identified a lot of areas that I'll be sharing next month about the intentional growth that we've been able to identify that's happening across the district. Particularly one of the areas, our First and Light Academy, which has been a great opportunity to highlight, and also an opportunity, like I said, the School Board Recognition Month. Because this is the Recognition Month, I do want to have my board members know that I truly want to give you my sincere appreciation for the work that you're doing, your dedicated service, your devotion, your countless hours in the governance space and policy development, fiscal oversight, and our strategic planning. Certainly it doesn't go unrecognized. At our reorganization meeting, we onboarded our new board member, Ms. Loretta Washington. Want to welcome her and just kind of encourage her to continue to do the great work that's been transpiring with our previous board commissioners. It was reaffirmed that our board president unanimously was reelected as board president as this sixth consecutive year. So I want to congratulate Dr. Washington on that and congratulate Ms. Woody on her continued service to the board. And I have to say, having that type of stability and experience that happens is very powerful because it allows us to continue a vision where we can move this work forward, we can advance initiatives such as our early childhood expansion projects, opportunities looking at instructional innovation, and just looking future focused as we plan forward. I do want to say the First and Light Academy, which had an opportunity to open up this year. We opened up right after the new year. Had an opportunity to a strong step forward for the Roselle community committed to early childhood. Our new site, as I've seen it, has provided some very nurturing spaces, developmentally appropriate for our youngsters, and it's really focused on designing an academic space that allows for social and emotional growth. From day one, since I saw the youngsters in the location, I was very excited of the opportunities that I could just imagine that the kids will have an opportunity to experience when they get to, as they engage in our school community. I do want to acknowledge the fact that we have the superintendent's initiatives that were on the horizon for the month of January. We were supposed to have an AI conversation. We had to postpone that due to weather, but we're looking forward to come up with a new date for that particular project. I do want to emphasize to the board that our schools across the district, such as the KSA, is continuing their literacy efforts, their family engagement projects, their winter-themed STEM initiatives are full-fledged moving forward. One of the highlights at the KSA was the Dr. King program that they put together to celebrate his legacy by blending musical and visual arts as they were singing Dr. King was a civil rights leader. So that really, to me, is an opportunity to show that our earlier youngsters are really embracing the King legacy. Washington Elementary School, they continue with their winter reading challenge. They engaged in a book blast, which was a great opportunity to have equitable access to new books for every kid attending the school. And even our fourth graders at the West School had an opportunity to engage in a STEAM machine residency. Very exciting to see kids participate using their engineering concepts at the Washington Elementary School. So there are a lot of great things that they'll be working on. And even one of the projects is inspired by the Wild Robot. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that turns out to be. In Harrison Elementary School, great things are happening across the building. Kids are exploring a host of sentence construction. It was a unique instructional strategy where their syntax through hands-on literacy tasks are being engaged, and kids are earning opportunities to participate in flexible seating spaces as recognition for their consistent effort and positive behavior. And that really translates to kids learning in spaces that really allow them to really learn differently. Also, the bilingual teachers at the Harrison Elementary School are using a multimodal approach to decoding and fluency. So they're doing this tapping and mirroring exercise, which supports their oral accuracy in terms of speaking. So very excited about those youngsters over there. At Dr. Charles C. Polk School, we had a group of fourth graders who paired up with some folks up at Montclair State University. So they're learning to utilize computer science in real world settings. So that really had a great opportunity for those students to participate. And also I was very excited that they had the Great Kindness Challenge over at Polk School. And one of the highlights of the month over at Polk was the 80s Day, Jerseys Day, and Culture Day. So they're really trying to continue to exercise great school pride over at Dr. Charles C. Polk School. Over at L.V. Moore School, they celebrated No Name Calling Week. The counselors over there were really working on getting kids to have conversations around differences, respecting languages, empathy and inclusion. So great things happening over at LV Moore to really address diversity in that school. Grace Will Day is moving along. They had their renewed focus and they got great momentum happening at Will Day. Just recently, they've been promoting their IXL leaderboards, which gives them an opportunity to identify skill mastery, goal setting, great things that are happening. It's very competitive with the students over there because they are using that platform. And they're very excited over at Grace Will Day as they fully integrate their esports program. And they're looking forward to our next month where we have an opportunity to give the board an update on what the esports program looks like. So certainly I'm looking forward to that. At the high school, a host of great things. We did have a group of students who had an opportunity to participate in the various career pathways that are afforded to them at the Voltech School. So we did have some students who had an opportunity to see what those programs are and have an opportunity to participate in what those experiences are. We are excited at the high school as well. We had a presentation at the workshop meeting where you were able to hear about the Middle States accreditation process, where the high school received their provisional accreditation, and we're looking forward to the Middle States accreditation visit in the month of February, where we have an opportunity to have our outside evaluators come in and experience what we're experiencing in the school. Looking forward to even greater things across schools. I hope I gave all the schools because every school is doing something great. On the CI&E space, we have we reset our science programs across the district and our STEAM programs, really looking at refining pacing, routines, and instructional strategies. The learning walks that we conducted for the month of January gave us an opportunity to find out the level of questioning and levels of engagement across our classes, opportunities for student discourse in those conversations. So we're very excited to continue those opportunities in the CI&E space. Again, in ESL, again, we're talking, we're having great opportunities. We have Ms. Ruiz, who has joined the team and has hit the ground running, looking for opportunities to strengthen our ESL and world language programs. Our STEAM department, again, if you don't know, our STEAM machine is on the move. As the weather brings us new challenges, we certainly are still looking for opportunities to ensure that our STEAM department gets our STEAM machine into every school for grades 4 grades 4 through 9. So we're enhancing and looking for new opportunities to get the STEAM machine across the district. And again, just to kind of let you know, in the VPA space, we do have a winter showcase that's happening for our dance students. I can't wait we're actually highly engaged in ensuring that we do a grand opening for our dance studio at the high school. Final touches are being put onto that location. I'm very excited to get my 1-2 step in there to be able to showcase my dancing skills with Dancing with the Super experience, but certainly it's an opportunity for us to retrofit spaces across the district. In our athletic space, we're doing some things. Our teams are competing actively for this month. Just last week, I believe it was Friday, we had our student board representative, Andrew Emmy, who competed and winning the Union County Championship for the 55-meter hurdle. So our athletes across every sport, they're doing some great things. Certainly we'll share those information with the community because those are the things we ought to celebrate, because we are putting resources in front of every program to ensure that every student and every scholar has an opportunity to engage at their level. In our OT department, we're very excited. We continue to retire some of our legacy systems, our outdated equipment. We're in the final stages of updating our phone system. We actually went live last week with our phone system. Some couple of bugs here and there, but nothing that we can't manage. Very excited that we're coming into the 22nd century types of digital communications across the district. Looking ahead, again, I just want to emphasize that we are full-fledged ahead. Many of the board members have heard previously that we are exploring a bond referendum for a new school across the district to be able to accommodate our students in pre-K through second. Pre-K to second. And we are, as well as there are projects that are slated for replacing the mini modulars across the district, which are end of life. So there are a lot of great things that I'm very excited as superintendent to be able to bring forth to the board. Stay tuned, because there are even greater things that are on the horizon. We just want to continue to move this mission forward. At this particular time, this concludes the superintendent's monthly report for the month of January 2026. And again, I just want to thank the board for your commitment, and happy Board Member Recognition Month, because the work that you do does not go unrecognized by this superintendent. There are difficult conversations that are held, different decisions that need to be made, and a very high level of discourse that transpires as we meet on a weekly basis to address the teaching and learning opportunities here in the Roselle Public School District.
Thank you, Dr. Fisher. Now, can you take us through the harassment, intimidation, and bullying report, followed by the school safety data report?
Sure. Our HIP report for the month of January 26, 2026. Dr. Charles C. Polk had one incident that was investigated, and one incident that was confirmed as a HIB for the month of January. LV Moore School had 3 incidents that were investigated, 1 incident that was confirmed as a HIB, and 2 incidents that were confirmed as not being HIBs. Grace Wilday Junior High School had 2 incidents that were investigated, and 1 incident confirmed as a HIB, and 1 incident that was confirmed as not being a HIB. Therefore, for the month of January 2026, we had a total of 6 incidents that were investigated. A total of 2 were confirmed as being HIBs, and a total of 4 that were considered not HIBs for the month of January 2026. This concludes the HIB report for the month of January 2026.
And now give us the school safety data.
If you can just bear with me for 1 minute, I am, because we are virtual, I'm looking at okay, my essay is bear with me for 1 second. I do apologize. Board President, if you have anything you want to just fill that air for just 1 moment while I just pull this up here.
I do have one thing. Last year or the year before, one of our board members, Miss Dr. Atkins, went down to Texpo, and she came back with a lot of insights. I'm looking forward to going to Texpo as well. And I'm seeing a lot of vendors that are sending me emails in different spaces. And I was going to ask after these presentations if there's an opportunity to send other department heads other than just our instructional technology leads down there, because there seems to be a bevy of just a myriad of different categories. For example, something to help with maintenance and the ticketing system and things of that nature. And I was wondering if we could make sure that others get exposure to these vendors, not just like our 21st century people and our instructional technology people, but other areas, because there are definitely, I'm seeing things, I'm like, wow, this is going to be interesting. So I'm looking forward to going this week.
Okay, great, thank you. Yes, and to be considered, I just want to read the as I needed just a moment to switch screens. We are our student system safety data system for the month, our first reporting window. At ACHS for today, we had 24 programs that were, identified as 24 incidents. 5 incidents leading to removal, 3 alleged HIBs, 3 training programs, and 5 HIB programs for students. Harrison Elementary School had 1 HIB alleged and 8 training programs for staff, 22 student-related programs that were conducted. Dr. Charles C. Polk had 1 alleged HIB incident, 5 HIB trainings for the staff members, and 28 programs that were focused on student programming. LV Moore, as reported previously, had 4 incidents that were listed as HIBs. 4 incidents, 10 that were alleged alleged incidents that have been investigated and identified, 2 HIB training programs for staff, 8 programs that we've identified for our student programming. Washington Elementary School had 1 alleged HIB, 13 HIB trainings for staff, and they noted 36 programs that were reported as HIB programming. Grace Wilday had 4 alleged HIBs, 7 HIB trainings, and 11 HIB programs for students this year. Our preschool programs had 5 trainings for HIBs for our staff, 7 programs for students for this first reporting window. The KSA had 3 HIB trainings for staff, and it had approximately 30 programs that were identified as being HIB programming for students. District-wide, we've offered 6 HIB training-related programmings for staff, and we offered 3 programs that were designated for students across the district. So that gives us a host of programs that were reported on the New Jersey Department of Education's student safety system, data system for the reporting window from September 1 through December 31st, 2025. That concludes the SSDS report.
Thank you, Dr. Fisher. Seeing as there's no other presentations, before I ask for the roll call, next month, I just wanted to say, during these presentations, we're going to go back to adding just some rendering items from the committee chairs. I heard them when they said they don't want to go deep into what was discussed in the meeting, but we're going to look at not adding too much time to our meeting, but giving them a few minutes to discuss just the items that are rendering from each of their sections. It'll be reported out to the community as it pertains to the impacts on students and maybe to what we're voting on. So we're going to work on that. So next month, this section will change and we'll go back to adding the committee chairs back to this section. So with that said, may I have a motion and a second to accept and approve governance items, executive session, and presentations as presented?
Make a motion. Chavez.
Second. Turnage.
Is there any discussion in this section?
Yes, Dr. Washington, you just said that the chairs will start presenting again?
Yeah, because Antigua mentioned it, you mentioned it, Jessica mentioned it on several occasions. And I said, okay, so how can we do that? And also some of the organizations that I'm a part of, they weave it in a way that it doesn't add too much time to the meeting, but they focus on the important items that they're rendering in their report. So they're not going to read their entire report, just items like maybe 2 or 3 items from their report, like as a summary, so that we know what we're focusing on for that month and what the committee's been working on with the administration in that regard.
So because I know only one person sends out their report, and that person was Ms. Turnage and myself.
No, they all sent them out this month and they were posted in, if you go into your committee folders, Ms. Cancio uploaded them all to the committee folder. Everything we get from a committee perspective, she then puts those reports in that committee folder. So you're still gonna, each board member is still going to get access to the full report. And I'll even tell her, you know, just alert board members that they're there, just so you know that it's there, because I know you all are busy. But once it's there, you guys can go and see the full report, and then they're just going to talk about their just 2 or 3 main items that they're going to render, not the entire report, not what was discussed, like 2.20 or 2.24, whatever. They're not going to do that. It's just a quick summary of the items rendered.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Yes, and that's gonna be read during this portion of the agenda?
Yes.
Presentations, okay.
Yes. So it's going to be important for committee chairs to do their reports and get them back on time so that they can be sent out to all the board members. And then, you know, we'll work together to ensure that you just have everything that you need so that there's, you know, no questions. And, you know, I know it's going to be just different, but several of you have mentioned it, and there is a way to weave it in. And so I think we should try it again.
Yes, thank you, Madam President, because I think, I know we discussed this when we had our board retreat. And
Yeah.
it's something that, you know, it gives us that piece of connection to the community as well, because, you know, we wanna be, we always been transparent about what we're doing at the board, so it's also, you know,
Right.
the main thing. So I will try to keep, I promise. I know that's, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Oh, and I want to also thank, before the vote, I also want to thank you all for downloading your backdrops and uploading your backdrops. I think this is really nice. It shows a very cohesive effort for us to be uniform. So thank you all. Okay, so Dr. Simmons, can you give a roll call, please?
Yes. Ms. Chavez? Mrs.
Yeah.
Chavez? Ms. Tunich? You're muted.
Yes.
Thank you. Dr. Atkins?
Yes.
Ms. Bond?
Yes.
Ms. Cortez? Mrs. Cortez?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Mrs. Washington?
Yes.
Ms. Woody?
Yes.
Dr. Washington?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Now comes the section of the meeting for public comment as mandated by this board's policies. Members of the public who wish to address the board during the public comment portion of this meeting may do so for 4 minutes. Please come to the microphone, provide your name and address for the record. When speaking, please address all comments to the board president. Public comment is not intended to be a question and answer period. It is a time of the meeting during which the public may speak on any topic associated with the business of this Board of Education. All public comments must conform to basic standards of civility. Disruptive, threatening, defamatory, and/or profane comments, as well as political commentary, will not be allowed. If spoken during the meeting, the commenter will be stopped and may be removed from the meeting. Dr. Fisher, can you tell me if we have any members of the public who wish to address the board?
Madam President, we do not have any members who are present who wish to address the board.
Are there any waiting room waiting to enter? Did we check that?
There are no waiting room individuals as of right now. There are no waiting room visitors.
Okay. Thank you. I want to close public comment at 7:45 p.m. Moving on. Now may I have a motion and a second to accept and approve public comments, awards and recognitions, superintendent recommendations 1.1 through 1.4.
I make a motion, Ms. Washington.
May I have a second? Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing as there's no discussion, Dr. Simmons, may I have a roll call?
This clarification, second was Ms. Woody? Thank you. Mrs. Washington?
Yes.
Thank you. Mrs. Cortez?
Yes.
Dr. Atkins?
Yes.
Ms. Bond?
Yes.
Mrs. Chavez?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Ms. Tunich?
Yes.
Ms. Woody?
Yes.
Dr. Washington?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Before we move on to, personnel, I'd like to ask, before we call for the vote in the motion in personnel sections, we are tabling item 2.20.
And the date correction for 2.21.
Making sure. Yes, and we have to change the date, the effective date for 2.21.
So if we're going to table 2.20, it needs to be a motion. If we're going to just pull it off the agenda, we can do that without a motion.
Can we just pull it off the agenda?
Yes, so 2.20, yes, we can just pull it off the agenda. And then the date correction, someone needs to announce exactly what the date correction is before we vote.
Should we do that now before I call
Yes.
for the motion?
Yes.
So we're changing resolution 2.21 to have an effective date of 11/20/2025. Okay? So now may I have a motion and a second to accept and approve personnel items 2.1 through 2.20, pulling item 2.20 and changing the effective date of 2.21.
I so move.
Second,
Turnage.
any further discussions? May I have a roll call, please, Ms. Simmons, Dr. Simmons?
Yes. Ms. Woody?
Yes.
Ms. Turnage?
Yes.
Dr. Atkins?
Abstain.
Ms. Bond?
Yes.
Mrs. Chavez?
Yes, abstaining from 2.21.
Are the, just that one, the others is?
Yes, just that one.
Okay, the others is a yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Mrs. Cortez?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Mrs. Washington?
Yes.
And Dr. Washington?
Yes, abstaining from item 2.3.
The motion is passed.
Thank you. Moving on to the business section.
Can I make a correction?
That's why we're gonna talk, you wanna make a correction?
Yeah, I should have abstained from 2.3.
Thank you. Brian, I have a question.
Sure.
We're gonna, instead of tabling it, can we just pull item 3.9?
Yes, so there was a consensus to pull 3.9.
Okay,
And I believe you also have 3.14.
hold on, let me make sure. Yes, I wrote that down.
Madam President,
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to table 3.19 and 3.2 for the discussion.
So Brian, do we pull it or do we
So,
ask
okay,
for it to
so-
be tabled?
So for with the first two we mentioned, and I'm getting the numbers mixed up again, it was 3.9.
Okay, so I'll start over.
Okay.
We have item number 3.9, which is the resolution to approve board committees and members for 2026. Can we just, since we're gonna put this
Yes.
back on for next month, can we just pull this?
You can pull that off without a vote.
Okay,
So that's pulled off. 3.9 is pulled off. And what's the next number?
the next number is 3.14.
You can also pull that one off without a vote.
Okay, so we're gonna pull 3.14. The next two numbers are 3.19 and 3.20.
Right, if you want to table that, you'd have to have a motion to table.
Do we need to do a motion to table, or can we pull it for further discussion?
Well, if there's no consent, there was no consensus with the board, therefore you'd have to do
Yeah.
a motion to table
Okay.
3.19 and 3.20.
So do I ask for that first before calling for the vote?
Yeah, you can ask for that first, or you can ask for it after the motion. Either one works. So you can ask for that first.
Okay, so in this section, may I have a motion to table items 3.19 and 3.20? Hello, board members.
A motion to table 3.19, 3.20.
Okay,
Second,
Turnage.
who did the second? Who did the second?
Dr. Atkins.
Okay, and, may I have a roll call, Dr. Simmons?
Yes. Mrs. Cortez,
Yes.
Dr. Atkins,
Yes.
Ms. Bond,
Yes.
Mrs. Chavez,
Yes.
Ms. Santos,
Yes.
Ms. Tunich,
Yes.
Mrs. Washington,
Yes.
Ms. Woody,
Yes.
Dr. Washington.
Yes.
Items tabled.
Thank you. So now may I have a motion and a second to accept and approve business items 3.1 through 3.22 with items 3.19 and 3.20 successfully tabled, and 3.14 being pulled and 3.9 being pulled from the agenda.
Make a motion. Chavez?
Second,
Bond.
any further discussion? Since there's no further discussion, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Chavez,
Yes.
Ms. Bond,
Yes.
Dr. Atkins,
Yes.
Mrs. Cortez,
Yeah.
Ms. Santos,
Yes.
Ms. Tunich,
Yes.
Mrs. Washington,
I'm abstaining from 3.1 and 3.3, 3.4 and 3.6.
and the others are a yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Woody,
Yes.
Dr. Washington.
Yes,
Motion's passed.
thank you. Moving on to policies, regulations, and bylaws. May I have a motion to accept and approve policy, regulations, and bylaws, items 4.1 through 4.2?
I'll make a motion. Chavez?
Second, Cortez.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing as there's no discussion, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Chavez,
Yes.
Mrs. Cortez,
Yes.
Dr. Atkins,
Yes.
Ms. Bond,
Yes.
Ms. Santos,
Yes.
Ms. Tunich,
Yes.
Mrs. Washington,
Yes.
Ms. Woody,
Yes.
Dr. Washington.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Now, we're moving on to curriculum and instruction. May I have a motion to accept and approve curriculum and instruction items 5.1 through 5.24?
Dr. Washington, Dr. Washington,
Yes.
Can I go back to, one of these has my name in it for,
Business items is for the Women's Leadership Conference.
yes, I wanna abstain from that.
Dr. Simmons, can we note Dr. Atkins, abstention? Dr. Simmons?
I'm sorry, yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Atkins.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions before we vote on this curriculum and instruction section? Seeing as there's no further questions, can I have a roll call, please?
Did I miss, I apologize, did I miss who, made the motion and seconded?
Yeah, I think you did. So
I think I did.
can we just do this again? May I have a motion to accept and approve curriculum and instruction items 5.1 through 5.24?
So sad, Chavez.
Fine.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Seeing as there's no discussion, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Chavez,
Yes.
Ms. Bond,
Yes.
Dr. Atkins,
Yes.
Mrs. Cortez,
Yes.
Ms. Santos,
Yes.
Ms. Tunnage,
Yes.
Mrs. Washington,
Yes.
Ms. Woody,
Yes.
Dr. Washington.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Thank you. Prior to asking for a motion to adjourn, I just want to advise the community that our next monthly Board of Education workshop meeting will be held on Thursday, February 19th, beginning at 6. The regular portion, the public portion will begin at 7. And then the next regular monthly Board of Education meeting will be held on Monday, February 23rd. Again, regular portion starting at 7. I also want to just say one other thing. Thank you, Ms. Santos. I know you're not feeling well. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. I didn't expect you to, but thank you so much. And thank you for reaching out to let me know.
Thank you.
We do hope you feel better. Now, may I ask for a motion and a second to adjourn?
I so move.
Second?
Fine.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. I will see you again at committee meetings and the next workshop. Have a good evening. And be safe.
Good
Safe traveling. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.